Hello! Welcome to Greg's Channel 1. I'm Greg, this is Channel 1. Let's talk Doctor Who. So, we're going to jump into a big Finish story starring Colin Baker and Maggie Stables. Maggie Stables is playing Dr. Evelyn Smythe, and we're going to talk about the Marian conspiracy. Now, this is a story written by Jacqueline Rayner, and I must say, she's goddamn brilliant here. This story is a very, very good story. So, let's give you the cliff notes, dive right in, and then I'll talk about what I liked and, we'll go from there. Okay, so the basic storyline is the Doctor finds out that there's a nexus point where time is being messed with. The Doctor shows up, picks up Evelyn Smythe, because it turns out that she's about to vanish if the Doctor doesn't do anything about it. Doctor creates a gizmo to keep her from just vanishing into nothingness, which she keeps in her handbag. Brilliant. She takes her to Tudor England, which is Evelyn's favourite time as a history lecturer to teach, which I think is brilliant because it's my favourite time in British history. I knew my Tudor stuff. It was one of the few things that I was very, very good at. And one thing I will say about Jacqueline Rayner, Queen Mary the First is always played and always portrayed as a bit of a loose cannon and not a very good person. Jacqueline Rayner makes you like her, makes you understand her, and even makes you sympathise with her, whilst also making her one of the antagonists for the story. Great move, Jacqueline. Damn good move there. We also end up with Thomas Reverend? The Reverend... You know what, I'm going to keep that in. So we end up with the Reverend Thomas, who is fighting for the Protestants, and thinks that Evelyn is a spy for the evil Catholics in his eyes. He's like, a Catholic spy! Well, Anyway, back on target. Come on, Greg. Back on target. Stay focused. Let's get through this. So, the Doctor finds out that, Queen Mary is pregnant, and it looks like Mary's time as Queen is going to cause Evelyn to vanish because her timeline's going to be changed and things are going to go horribly wrong. However, the way that this story is incorporated, you get a bunch of supporting cast that are great. Reverend Thomas is great as a villain. Francois Denoise, I think that's how you pronounce it. French Catholic character. He's a French bishop, I think it is. Lady Sarah Whiteside. George Crowe, William Leaf. Now, something I thought was quite nice that they did with this. Actually, let's continue with the story. So, after taking Evelyn to Tudor England, she misunderstands and thinks that they're in Elizabeth's time. Goes, yay, Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, in the tavern, and everyone goes, wait, what? And she's like, crap. So, she's protected by William Leaf, George Crowe, because they're like, oh, we're going to get rid of this heretic. But actually they're Protestants pretending to be Catholics so they don't get killed. And because they plan to have try a coup to bring down Queen Mary. So then they can put Elizabeth on the throne. As we continue on, the Doctor finds out that maybe Mary might not be pregnant but doesn't want to say anything. Tells Evelyn, that comes out. And so it seems that maybe things are going to go horribly wrong for Queen Mary, and this is going to mess with the entire timeline. Reverend Thomas turns out to be a turncoat. He's introduced very well, and he you think he might be a good guy that's just very paranoid. Then he turns out to be a villain, and you're like, oh crap. Lady Sarah is then turned out to be a dead herring to make you think that she's all sweetness and kindness. And she is a sweet and nice person. However, she is working with the Protestant resistance and was maybe going to cause Mary to die. So, they save Mary, they, defeat Reverend Thomas. He gets himself killed. He's killed because he refuses to recant on his beliefs, which is a shame for him, because he... Yeah. And Evelyn's story is fine. So, the things that I quite like is the way that Evelyn and the Doctor bounce off each other quite nicely. Maggie Stable seemed to work out exactly how to play alongside Colin and make herself not be a hogger of the time and making Colin not seem quite as important. They are very, 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 very good. The way that Jacqueline Rayner has wrote each of these sections in the build-up to, a break in the story, a cliffhanger moment, because obviously these were initially, I believe, were released in episodes. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, and so at certain points, builds up the climax. And you're like, next, please. Thankfully, I had the full collection, so I could just go straight through. But she writes the build-up very well, and the payoff is done pretty well. Something I thought that was quite sweet was Evelyn introducing Coco to William Leaf and George Crowe, and the fact that William Leaf kind of likes it. George Crowe, not so much. And I like the fact that Evelyn has a heart and doesn't want the two Protestants that she became friends with to die. So she's like, please, Doctor, can we just save them? Please? And he's like, oh, go on then. And I like Colin Baker playing the Doctor this particular way. It's so much better than what he gets in the TV series. So it's made me want to watch and encounter more of Colin Baker's stuff. But yeah, as a whole, they made you care about Queen Mary, because Jacqueline Rayner made you care about Mary because she's frustrated at the fact that Philip hasn't come to visit, that things just don't seem to be going right for the poor woman. And it seems that she's going to become more and more paranoid over time. Hence the Bloody Mary title that she gets, because she goes crazy. And the voice actress that does Queen Mary does her pretty damn well. Let's just see if I can quickly find the person who is Queen Mary in this. Queen Mary, voiced by Anna Ruddin. And I'm just going to say, Anna Ruddin did an amazing job. I really quite liked her. Myself, I thought she made Queen Mary sound sympathetic in the way that she carried her voice with her lines, the way that she gave the Doctor a chance, even though he may have differing views to her. She likes the fact that he's honest with her straight up, rather than just telling her what he thinks she's gonna want to hear. So yeah, more Evelyn, because I think she's brilliant, and the way that she just takes no messing from the Doctor. He's like, right, I'm off to go do my thing, and she's like, right, if you can just pass me that, right, we're off on a holiday. And the Doctor's like, I didn't say you could come with me. She's like, well, I'm coming nonetheless. Ha 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 ha. Yes. So, more Evelyn. That being said, this story I enjoyed that much, it's made me decide that I'm going to use my free credits on Audible to get myself another story. It's Blood Tide, I think it's called. So, let's encounter more Evelyn. Once I've finished that story, I'll let you know what my thoughts are on it. I think this is one of my favourite Colin Baker stories, period. Because Colin Baker plays the Doctor with a bit of charm. Anyway, that's my opinion. Have you listened to the Marian conspiracy? Do you know what what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Click the like, the subscribe, the bell thingy-majig, the do the things. You know what you're doing. You guys watch videos. Do the thing. See you later. Goodbye. Yeah.